مرحبا بكم يا أصدقائي. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to conjugate verbs in Form 3 in Arabic. However, before we get started, if you enjoy these videos and you would like to see more Arabic videos, then please hit subscribe now, as it really helps the channel grow. شكرا جزيلا. لنبدأ. So, Form 3 verbs often, but not always, have a meaning connected to acting with or another entity. So, acting with or on another entity. They are characterized by an elif between the first and the second root letter. Let's see some examples. قابل is to meet. So, when you meet someone, you are acting with another entity, the person, yeah. And as we can see, there is an elif in between the first and the second root letter. شاهد is to watch. When you watch, you are acting with another entity. You are watching a person. Elif in between the first and second root letter. ساعد to help. قاتل to fight. حاول to try. However, this is slightly different, as you don't have to be acting with another entity when you are trying to do something. There doesn't have to be another person involved. For example, I'm trying to concentrate. To bother, ضيق. Okay. I've also done a video on Form 2, which was the last video, so I'll attach the link in the description. The conjugation of verbs in Form 3 is the same as the conjugation for the past as in Form 1. If you want to conjugate the verbs in the past, you just add the same suffixes. So, أنا قابلت, قابلت, قابلتي. I'll attach my video on how to conjugate verbs in the past in the description so you can learn this pattern. Let's see some example sentences. قابلته عندما كنت أسكن في القاهرة. I met him when I was living in Cairo. So imperfect in Arabic is كان plus the verb in the present tense. قابلته, so I met him. حاول أن يجد المال في جيبه. He tried to find the money in his pocket. شاهدنا المباراة وكانت رائعة. So we watched the match and it was great. Now, let's move on to the conjugation of verbs in Form 3 in the present tense, as this can be a bit more tricky. So it's أنا أقابل, تقابل, تقابلين. So it starts with a dhamma on top of the prefix, then the alif in between the first and the second root letter, then it's a kasra underneath the second root letter. يقابل, تقابل. Right, pause this, grab a pen and paper, and write this out until you memorize this, as it is vital that you learn how to conjugate verbs in Form 3. Here are some examples. أود أن أقابل المدير الجديد الأسبوع القادم. I want to meet the new manager next week. هي تحب أن تساعدني على تعلم اللغة العربية. She likes helping me learn Arabic. يحاول أن يشاهد المباراة بعد العمل. He is trying to watch the game after work. Now, the masdar, the verbal noun in Form 3, how to form it. So, محاولة is trying or attempt. You add a meme with a dhamma at the start. Then after the first root letter, you insert the alif. Then at the end, you add a ta marbuta. مساعدة, helping or help. مشاهدة, watching. There is also an alternative masdar for verbs in Form 3. It is less common, but it occurs with specific verbs. I'll give you examples here. So, قتال. So, under the first root letter, you add a kasra. Then you add an elif in between the second and the third root letter. نضال, which means struggle. كفاح, which also means struggle. Now, how do you know which type of masdar to use for the Form 3 verbs? You just have to learn it. You can look it up on Reverso. I'll attach the link in the description. That's all for today. I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any comments or questions, please put them in the comment section. شكرا جزيلا وإلى اللقاء.